Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. And as you know, it is time for live. It's YouTube live. All right, folks. So don't forget to like and subscribe while you are here. Comment down below. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for being here. And as you can see, we're talking about building a system and how important it is to have a system. Because I don't care where you go, what company you work in. If you go to McDonald's, they have a system there that helps them to get out those burgers and fries quick and easy. It makes their process, their job more smooth. Your system is like that for your life. Makes your life more smooth. So what do? Build a system that will make your life run smooth. I remember when I didn't have a system, how messed up my days used to be. I was all over the place. And hey Christy. I was all over the place, and it was just my days were just crappy. I was not myself because I wake up and I was just go east, west, north, south. I would just go, just pretty much go anywhere. So I wasn't stable. I wasn't steady. I wasn't relaxed. I was not in a state of peace and calm. None of that stuff. Well, but I didn't feel any of that. I was just running around pretty much, uh, like a chicken without a head. Because that is how your system, when you are lacking a system, that's how you feel. And then when I developed the system, I noticed more and more my life has become, my life gets better and better and better. Because, you need like five or so things that you do on a daily basis that keeps you in line and it keeps you, um, makes you function better throughout the day, right? Now, without the system, you can get ready for the all types of problems and troubles and worries that is going to come into your life, right? They are you bound to have problems with whether that's internally or externally. You're gonna have problems because you are not functioning properly, right? Now, looking back at when my life was the most troubling, when I had the most problems, it was when I did not have a system in my life. So that's when I get into all types of unnecessary problems with other people, and that's when other people bring all that stuff in, to me as well, because you see, I was attracting those things not knowing what I was doing. So more of recently here, when I finally got the system down and I stay consistent and I remain committed to carry out what I said I'm going to do every single day, and over a period of time I got the system down. What's going on there, Valeria? When I got the system down, that is when things start to looking different. I start to feel better about myself, and I start to feel better about life as well. That was one of the best thing I have ever done, and this was done on accident, by the way, because I did not know what I was doing. It was just that I would just listen to my inner voice and follow it and do things that it told me to do. And eventually I realized that I have a system that actually works for me. So, negative emotions, which has been my enemy for the longest time. and that thing, like in the past, overrides me, runs my life, take my life over, and cause me tremendous amount of pain. With my system in place, I don't have to worry too much about negative emotions anymore. Every once in a while, it will pop up, but when it does, it will eventually fade away. You know, it fades away. Right, right. So eventually, life begin to get better and better and better. And this is easy. No, my life is easier now. I remember when my life was hard, not because it was really hard, but because I made it hard because of what's going on over here, right? So part of my system now is to also clean my mind, clean my thoughts, and making sure that I have a healthy, pleasant, and pleasing vocabulary. So when I speak, it doesn't leave other people with a lot of pain and hurt and anger, because we are trying to avoid that as much as possible. We do not have time to go around and hurt people with our anger, our negative emotions, right? So that is how I keep my negative emotions under control. You might cannot get rid of it, but at least you can control it to a large degree, to where you don't have to worry about leaving somebody in, with a lot of emotional pain. And you don't have to leave yourself, thinking about how you probably could have done things better. Because sometimes we do that. We say things which we shouldn't have said to somebody else. And then later on, even like, damn, I didn't have to say that. I didn't have to behave like that. I could have behaved better. But you didn't. You just say whatever come to your mind, and it is a problem. It is a real problem, right? So negative emotions needs to be in check, needs to be under control, and it's our job to control it. Whatever happens in the past to us, and which led us to be the way how we are, we can't go back and blame the past. I mean, we can blame the past, but that's not gonna help anything. We have to think about what we can do right here, right now, to make sure that we don't cause a whole bunch of problems for ourselves and the people around us. Right? Now, you might ask, how do you build a system? It's going to be different for everybody. I think you should follow what feels right for you. Illumux. Words of wisdom. Thank you. You have a growth mind. Yep. Thank you, Christy. Growth mindset. Yep. Right. So you have to have that. But I think a system depends. It depends on who the person is, because you need to build a system that actually works for you. The system that I have, that I built for myself, might not work for you, but you need one. I do not know your, maybe you are a spiritual person and you like to listen to Dr. Joseph Murphy, because it helps you to be more compassionate, more kind, more loving, more caring. And then you like to go do your yoga, you want to do stretches, and maybe you like to do swimming in the mornings. So in the morning you do yoga and you do swimming in the morning, or in the morning you do swimming and you do biking. But there has to be something that you are doing on a daily basis which makes your life, makes you feel better about yourself, right? Because typically when we feel bad about ourselves, that's when we go out there and project that onto other people, right? What makes you feel good about yourself every single day? You're gonna have to take a look at that. Also, take a look at what makes you feel bad about yourself every single day, and get away from those things. Stay away from them, back away from them, run away from them. You don't need to be dealing with that right now. is triggering off your emotions, it's making you angry, making you resentful, making you bitter, you're gonna have to take a look at that. When you get up in the morning, the things that makes you feel terrible, pay attention to those. The things that makes you feel good about yourself, keep moving towards those. And you are going to see the difference. Because that's what I have to do at one point. I'm like, what is making me feeling bad here? This, and this. Okay, time to move away from these things. And that's what I did. What would make me feel better? Okay, running, lifting weights. I like to clean my mind and my thoughts, and also I like to make sure that my vocabulary is healthy and intact. The words that we use says a lot about us. When somebody speak and you are listening to them, it will make you like turn your head up and like, huh? So you want it to when you talk, you speak in a healthy way, right? Where you don't come off as negative and and annoying, and you don't sound like a hateful, bitter person. As we do not want to come off like that. And people really don't like negative people at all. Even negative people do not like negative people, right? Because it is just, it's like it's annoying and it left you with a very low feeling. So that's one way how you can raise up your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. Okay? It's by doing certain things in the morning time. At least three things or so, I think, would help, make yourself feel better. Because, like, I can't really go without running. I tried, I really do. I tried very hard not to go run. It doesn't work. Sometimes I tried very hard not to go down to the gym. That doesn't work either. I have to go into these places. Uh, well, in this case, they are attracting each other, but they don't like each other. So that's a difference. Um, so now, when you develop your system is going to be the firewall between you and whatever unwanted or undesirable experiences that you might encounter, right? It's going to be your firewall. So we tend to attract things like me, like myself. Whenever I'm in a low state, I tend to attract the worst things possible ever, and I figured that out. So I said, I don't need to be in a low state anymore. Low state brings me low things, and it's extremely painful, and it makes me very bitter and very angry and very hateful. I do not like to feel that feeling. So to keep myself out of a low state, I have to implement my system and let it work for me. I haven't had much problem so far. Very rare I had little human stuff here and there. But for the most part, I don't have that type of problem really. Right? So let's make it a priority to develop a system for yourself. Or you can copy my system now if you are one of those people who want to get into hybrid fitness, running plus working out. That would be good. That would be cool, because that is how I go through my days, like that. A hybrid fitness, running plus working out plus lifting weights plus pull-ups plus push-ups. I like doing that. I enjoy doing the work physically on myself, and I also like doing the work mentally. This is what helps me: physical plus mental, and this is daily. For me, it's fortunate because where I work at, they allow me to listen to my stuff. Now, I can listen to the same stuff over and over and over because we are talking about repetition here, which is extremely important in in this on this journey here of transformation. This is how you are going to memorize the information, and this is daily, every single day. Should you listen to the same stuff every day? Yes. That's what I do. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Christy, because you should enjoy it. All right. So every single day when I get up and I turn on whatever information I turn on there to listen to there on YouTube, and I listen to them every single day over and over and over and over. It is important that you listen to the same messages every single day because the messages needs to be memorized. And this is where a lot of people kind of get it wrong, I believe, because they are listening to audios after audios and podcast after podcast, reading books after books. How much of that stuff do you memorize? Right? You cannot memorize a whole lot of that information if you keep on going to new information all the time. I have some new information which I've been listening to here recently from Bob Proctor. But what do? I keep listening to the same new information over and over and over and over because I haven't got that information down yet. I haven't memorized it yet, right? So it's not wise for me to jump and go get more new information. You don't need more new information. You just need to work with the information that you have and use it to develop your vocabulary and right. And then, so day in, day out, repetition should be part of your system as well. Like I said, working on the mind should be a top priority. Working on your body, on your physical body, that is wonderful. And when you look in the mirror, you can see that. When you are speaking out there in the public to other people, that is when the work that you do internally will reveal itself. When you speak, that is when people know exactly who you are, right? So we can try to hide all we want, put on this nice suit and whatever, and dressed up and with your briefcase, and you can do all of that stuff. The moment you open up your mouth, they were like, "Yeah, you are not what you say you are. You're not who you say you are, right?" And this is why I said a healthy vocabulary is probably one of the best things you can probably work on. Those words that you use frequently, right? Well, I'm talking about love's like, word like love, happiness, kindness, caring, confident, strong, fierce, bold, brave, outgoing, uh, you know, important, valuable, admirable. When you have these words in your vocabulary, how much tension could you cause between you and the next person? Maybe not a whole lot. Because you see, those words are neutral. They are not hurtful or harmful in any way, shape, or form to the people who you are conversating with. But let's say your vocabulary is full of words of hate, resentment, bitterness, anger, jealousy, don't care, don't give a, what I mean, about anything or anyone. I don't like people. People piss me off. People make me mad. People are terrible. I hate people. I hate where I live. Like when you go around people talking like that, or when people who come around you talking like that, do you enjoy listening to those people? Because they drain me so fast. I have to get up and actually Leave those conversations. I do not want to be in the company of somebody like that. I don't care if they are my family. I am sorry. I don't want to be around you. You are just, you are making my life hell here. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't want to be. I don't want to be around people like that. But if you are talking about peace and prosperity and giving and helping and treating other people with love and respect and kindness and compassion, that that's what I call a healthy vocabulary. A healthy, pleasing, pleasant vocabulary. Because you want, when people come around you, they feel a certain feeling. They're in a state, put them in a state of peace and calm. They want to be around you. They want to be in your company because of the way how you talk, how you communicate. But some of us, we have to train ourselves to get to that point, because where we came from, full of emotions, full of negative emotions, and that leads to, we say negative things to other people, which hurt those people. So now, this is why we have to put the system into place, and the system itself will help us to practice. We don't even forcing it, because we don't need to force anything here. Huh? Exactly. Yep. Beautiful thoughts, clean thoughts. And that's it there. So we don't need even have to force it. I don't force it. I don't. I just relax, put my earbuds in, do whatever I have to do, and just listen to those stuff over and over and over again. I'm hearing the same messages day in, day out. It's like me going down to the gym. I'm doing the same workouts every single day. Why? Well, I got some muscles and I want to maintain them. Same thing for your vocabulary. It needs to be maintained. Let's say at one point you were a smart person, and then all of a sudden you stop reading. Over a period of time, you can start feeling that. Like, I know when I don't read or I listen to anything for a very long time, I can tell that, yeah, I'm getting a little rusty here, right? If you don't, so let's say you get some muscles and then you stop going to the gym. I'm telling you, those muscles are going to be fading away very shortly. Your six pack is going to be going away. If you save the money, right, and you become wealthy through savings, all of a sudden you decide to stop saving money, what's going to happen? Your wealth is going to go away. Same thing here. With to maintain clean thoughts, to maintain a clean mind, you have to do the work every single day, put in the reps. For you to stay clean, good hygiene, you shower, I would assume daily, I believe, at least most of us, because you want to maintain a good hygiene. Your mind needs same type of work. Clean up your mind, give your mind good hygiene. And this is when the reps comes in. What am I talking about here? For me, I'm a spiritual person, so I like to listen to prayers, affirmations, quotes, yeah, personal development stuff. And more so, I am affirmations. I like positive affirmations. I like prosperity affirmations. I like listen to that stuff. That's helped me to clean my mind and clean my thoughts, and also make sure that my vocabulary stays intact. Because what I say matters. How I say it to you matters. But if I practice every day to speak in a beautiful way, I don't need to worry when I'm talking to you, because I practice so much. So when I'm talking to you, those words are going to come out just like that. And that's one way how to do it. Do it daily. The repetition every single day is going to help you to speak a certain way. Hi, Dominique, right? So, next thing here for your system, we talk about other people and how we want to treat them. Now, I want you to focus on how you talk to yourself every single day. This is when I am affirmations comes into play. Very important here, especially more recently here. I have been listening and playing those I am affirmations because you see, we were taught to treat everybody else well, which is fine. Nothing is wrong with that. We don't have to deal with the consequence of those people come at us in a negative way. But at the same time, we're gonna have to learn how to talk to ourselves here, right? Because you are just as important and valuable as anybody else. As a matter of fact, you are the most important person. Yeah, I am the most important person. You are the most important person. That's just how it goes. Oh, you think you hear sometimes some people saying, "Oh, he thinks he's important." Yes, he is. Oh, she thinks she's all that. She might be all that. You see, because the way how they want you to see yourself, belittle you, lower you, and I'm not saying you should go out there acting like you are Queen Elizabeth or King Tut. I'm not saying that. But you must carry yourself a certain way so people can respect you and treat you a certain way. How do people treat homeless people? People, we will treat them good because we are good people. But you do not want that. You want to be treated well because of the way how you carry yourself, the way how you speak, right? Right? Yeah. I mean, now, who do you think you are? Well, I'm a human being, you know. So, um, hey, Lynn, appreciate you. Good to see you back. I am doing well. How are you doing, Lynn? Right? So now, the I am affirmations. Here are some things I want you to tell yourself when you get up every single day. I am important. I am valuable. I am attractive. I am admirable. I am proud of myself. I love myself. I feel good about myself. I am strong. I am brave. I am confident. I am bold. I am fearless, bold and outgoing. I am kind. I am caring. I am compassionate. I am loving. I am beautiful. I am wonderful. I am joyful. I am peaceful. I am love. I want you to tell yourself these things on a daily basis. You're welcome, Lynn. Right? So that way, because you have to hold that line. The way how you see yourself is the same way other people are gonna see you. Don't make any mistake. Don't make any mistake. Don't believe them. You know, Greg, you're a nice guy, and everybody likes you, and you take care of your wife, you take care of your family. You're a great guy in the community. You wouldn't hurt a fly. But being just nice and good only is not going to cut it. You are an average man. And nothing is wrong with being average. But when you show up and people start to pay attention to you, when's the last time you go to the gym? When's the last time you go for a run? When's the last time you hit the ground, do some push-ups or some pull-ups? When's the last time you lift some weights? When was the last time you read a book on personal development? When was the last time you listened to some I am affirmations? Right? Right? So you're gonna have to start to pay attention to the way how you show up into the world. Energy. That's one thing there again. That's one thing there again to increase the energy, and and attention. Well, I give energy and attention to other things, but I also give attention and energy to myself as well. Like I said, you are the most important person in this world. I don't care who else they put in front of you. Okay, you might not have the $1 million in your bank account. I still don't care. Financially, that person is doing better than you, but also morally, you can be doing better than that person. So I want you to take care of yourself. Your system will, if you build your system, naturally you're gonna take care of yourself. If you build it, if you built up your system naturally. But I want you to get into the I am affirmation, and I want you to start to speak to yourself a certain way. If you have to practice in front of the mirror, please go ahead and do so. Start speak highly of yourself, and eventually you will speak highly of other people as well. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right. So once you start to be those things that we just mentioned, the above things we just mentioned there, eventually, yeah, you are going to eventually start to uh, uh, show up in the world like that, and other people are going to see you like that. Okay, so don't forget, treat yourself kindly, work on yourself. You might not see the $1 million in your bank account yet, but you will be in a state of peace, a state of calm, and you will be a little bit more joyful, a little bit more grateful, a little bit more happier than how you were. Your system will do that for you. Once you work it, though, the system has to be operated. It has to put into effect. It has to work the system. Make the system work for you. Reduce the anger, the resentment, the bitterness, and wash away as much of the trauma as you possibly can. Hatred should be a thing of the past. Bitterness, resentment, grudges, those things should be a thing of the past. Grudges, that one might take a little longer, but eventually over time it will fades out. It won't be as strong, and you will become far more happier with yourself, right? But I'm gonna leave it there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Ryan here with a new video. Looking forward to see you soon in a new video. Build up your system, change your life, transform your life, become better than how you are right now. Okay? Take care and bye for now.